You weren't baited, I'm sorry. It's been a couple days and I forgot how to stream. Hello. Hi. We were so baited. No. Hi, everybody. Hello. The sudden playing of Odyssey scared me. I'm sorry. Hi. Good morning. Good morning. My voice is like pretty much gone from Offkai, so please have patience with me. Jort. Gene Horse. Bye, everybody. How's your voice? Like, not super shot? It is. It is, because I've been talking to people all weekend. And would you guys believe it? On my plane ride home, so okay, we're going to start with this story. On my plane ride home, I had a coffee. I had a little, like a latte, and I got on the plane, and the guy that was sitting beside me was like already in his, like I was sitting in the window and he was sitting in the aisle. And so the guy that was sitting beside me like was already sat. And I was like, oh. And so and so when I walked up to my seat, I was like, "Hi, I'm sorry. I'm sitting beside you. Can you hold my coffee for me so that I can put my bag up in the overhead?" And he was like, "Okay." And so he held my coffee for me. And then because I like spoke to him once, I guess it just like opened dialogue and then he talked to me for like the entire flight. I didn't put on my headphones once. I didn't put on my headphones once during the flight home. It was like a 3-hour flight home. And I talked to this man the whole time. Um, so yeah, I've been talking for the last like 6 days straight. It's kind of crazy. Was it pleasant at least? It was really awesome actually. He was like, "Where are you coming from?" And I was like, "Oh, this convention." And he was like, or what? He saw my bag and he was like, "So you like anime?" That was the first thing he said to me. He saw my bag and he said, "So you like anime?" And I was like, "Yeah." Um, and then he was like asking me like where I was coming from and what I was doing. And I was like, "Yeah, I went to this convention, blah blah blah." And he was like very interested. He was like, because I bought Wi-Fi on the plane also. He was like, "Show me what VTubers are." So I pulled up like, I don't know if you guys probably know Inami Yoki, but I pulled up the video on YouTube of her like rigging showcase, the like smuggest VTuber rig showcase that like was super popular. So I pulled that up and I was like, "Yeah, like this is what a VTuber is. This is how they move." And he was like, "Wow," because he was like a guy who worked for like a printing company, so he anyway, was interested in technology. Regardless, I made a friend on the plane. I made a friend on the plane. Should have just shown him the biscotti horse lube one. True, real. Classic teenie being so nice, speaking to people. Usually I would not, but I felt bad being like, "Hey, can you hold my coffee?" And then like headphones on, ignore this person. You know what I mean? Anyway. Anyway, we yapped for the whole flight. So my voice is a little gone after all the talking this weekend. But let me. The horse what? Oh. If you don't know the VTuber Biscotti horse, um, she did an Uma Musume dance cover for her 3D debut where she poured 2 liters or 3 liters of anal lube on a tarp in her bedroom and then danced to an Uma Musume song cover that she sang and slipped around and fell over a lot and was coughing baby and it was really funny. It was pretty iconic. There's no one like her. But welcome in everybody. Let me say hi to everybody who's here. Hi Sphinx. Yippee! Thank you for being first. Hi Virgin. Hi Yuxi. Hi Kazuki. Hi Amai. Hi Sim Sim. Hi EB Gamer. Hi Misha. Misha, thank you for your resub. Hi One Kingdom. Hi Maple Ultra. Is it German? German? Thank you for the follow. Starry Frog Creek Farms. Thank you for the follow. Hi Zan. Hi Gandalf. Winborn, thank you for your resub. Hi Kirby. Hi Cooley. Hi Uni. Hi Nick. Hi Ace. Hello, hello, hello. Hi everybody. Hi Ken. Hi Boris. Hi, chatted with you at Offkai about the standee on Sunday and wanted to check in if you remember that moment. I'm gonna be so honest. Offkai made me explode. So I'm doing my best to recount all of the things in my mind, but I talked to a lot of people this weekend. But I am going to say thank you to everybody who came up to the booth, who I spoke to. I'm excited to see Offkai post the final numbers of how many attendees. They were estimating about 5,000. So I'm interested to see how many tickets were actually sold. And how many people I potentially spoke to this weekend. If you are just now finding me from Offkai, hi, my name is Teeny. I'm the creative director of VIVARIA Virtual, which is an indie VTuber group that debuted in January of 2025. I'm a full-time streamer. I stream like anywhere from 3 to 6 times a week. I do song covers. I run events. I play a lot of Minecraft. And today I'm going to show you my spoils of war. That's the plan for today. They said 6.9K. Holy. At least 3. It's nice to talk to you and the green creature. True and real. Are you a normal community or an unhinged community? I don't know, teeny dachis. Are you guys normal? It was outside the industry hall where you're sitting on the floor. You did look winded. I sadly didn't see the booth you were at. Oh, I do remember that actually. I was sitting on the floor outside the industry hall. We were waiting for it. We had auctioned off the standees. I was waiting for Azamat to come and pick it up because he won the foam core standee. And yeah, there was someone who was sitting beside me that was like, "Is that you?" Points at foam core. Spider-Man moment. Points at me. Points at foam core. Yes, no. Teeny T10 normal and well adjusted. Decent levels of normal, occasional bursts of sus. I'm excited to be home. I'm excited to be chatting with you guys. I have 2 streams today because I also have a collab with Lazuli later. Lazufish later at 6 p.m. teeny time. So pray for my voice, please. Teeny was probably the most energetic on Friday. This is true. As I went to go check in, more tired as the days went by. As it goes. As it goes for a convention. Do you have some lozenges at least? I'll probably have some tea after this stream. Or like go for a walk. Get some fresh air. You know how it is. I got home and I had so many emails that I had to reply to of like people who reached out to me at the con. Like other conventions, sponsors, like all kinds of stuff in my inbox. So I've been working all morning. Thank you for the follow. Hi Goku, welcome in. Welcome in. Offkai went really well overall. You might be working more then. Yeah, so I'm going to give you guys a heads up right now while everybody's still here. Over the next couple days, I got to lock the fuck in. So, I'm going to try to stream as often as I can. I do have an announcement that hasn't been posted on the VIVARIA account yet, but VIVARIA SMP is participating in the VTuber Summer Slam charity stream that is happening this week. So, this weekend I will be doing a charity stream playing Minecraft. So just a heads up. I won't be streaming like the whole week. It won't be like a big long week-long thing, but the VIVARIA SMP is participating. Not all of the people in VIVARIA SMP, only the people who have the time and who want to. But at the very least, me and Nexie for sure, probably Clover. I know that off the top of my head, I think Bree wanted to participate. I think Kund wanted to participate too. There's a handful of people, but we will all be doing a charity stream this weekend. Hi, Raiders! Welcome in! Welcome. Hi. Hi. I hope you had a lovely stream. To anyone who may not know me, galloping my way into your heart, I'm Izumi Teeny, VIVARIA Virtual's idol horse girl. Welcome. This is my first stream back after Offkai. I'm about to do a HANDCAM, so if you like immersion and if you are scared of flesh, leave now. Welcome home. Thank you. I've returned for more. Must keep my immersion. The flesh scares me. Okay, I'll leave. Avert thine eyes. Flesh and bone. The war. Offkai. For real. Okay, let me open my camera. This has been your warning. If you are not prepared for hands. Final warning, I guess. Oh, light balancing. Hello? Oh my god. And for those of you who don't know what VIVARIA is, this is our original song that you're hearing on the Twitch side because I don't have music playing on YouTube. But on Twitch, this is our original song. Gingy ale jump scare. Ginger ale spotted. My favorite thing in the world. Hoof cam. Yeah. So, okay. I bought a lot of things and I have a lot of stories. I'm gonna try to get through things in like a timely manner because I don't want this stream to be super long because I am streaming twice today. If you came with the raid and you need to raid and run, I totally understand. Please make sure you take care of yourself. But feel free to hang out if you'd like. If you'd like to. I have like all of my like flat paper goods. And then I have like a bag. I have a bag full of stuff. I want to like... I'm streaming for 24 hours. So I'm going to raid and die. Oh my god. Have a good die. Heart emoji. Thank you for sharing your community with me. I really appreciate it. Good night. Rest well. Otsu 24-hour stream. I will take care of your children, I promise. I have a bag full of like acrylic keychains and stuff. I'm gonna have to have a good die. Yeah, I was talking to one of my friends the other day and they like did not respond to me for like several hours. And then when they did, it was like 2 days later, they responded and they were like, I died. And I was like, how's your die? How was your die? How was it? I have a bunch of acrylic keychains and buttons and stuff that I have to unpackage. And I'm gonna have to figure out a place to put them because I don't have enough bags to put all this stuff on. And I also want to preface this with I actually bought very little this con. So many people just came up and gave me things, which I'm like so grateful for and also so confused. Because I've never received so many gifts before. So thank you. But also, oh my god. It was like overwhelming. Like every couple people would come up and they would be like, here's stuff of your Oshi. And I was like, oh my God. Um, it was very nice, but crazy. Um, I think the craziest gift that I got, I guess. Yeah, a gift was Misha came up to the booth and handed me a card for a meet and greet with Mono. And I was like, "Oh." Like it startled me. Um and so and so I like got in line. And when I got in line, every like all the Tabemonos were like, "Hi, Teeny." And I was like, "Whoa." It was kind of wild. It was very lovely though. Very lovely, and I was very grateful for it. And then I got to talk to my purple and yellow Oshi. Hi, Fua. Good morning. Yeah, anyway, I guess I'll just get into it and show you all the things that I got because I want to try to get through it in a timely manner. I didn't put as many ribbons on my badge as I did last year. Because the ones at the VIVARIA booth, I was like saving for other people to have. You're purple and yellow, GF. Teehee. I wanted everybody else to have the VIVARIA ribbons, but I did want one of mine. So this one was mine, the How Hungry one, and the VIVARIA one for the VIVARIA booth. And then I saw my lovely friend meet my beam. So cute. Literally so cute. So I put that one on my badge. Every year now I see Bull-eyed. Bull-eyed is a lovely like music friend. And Bull-eyed always prints out all of his Oomfie's profile like Twitter PFPs and hands them to people as stickers so that they can put them on their badge so that people can like identify them easier. Because, you know, we all don't really know what each other looks like and you're staring at each other's badges and it's kind of a silly, goofy situation. And so, Bull-eyed gave me this. And this is the keychain that Collie drew of Teeny. And it's so cute. Please focus. Please focus. I'm begging. Dude, my camera sucks. There we go. This is the keychain that Collie did of Teeny. Yay! We love Collie. I was so honored that Collie decided to draw Teeny. Shocked. Shocked. Also, Sphinx, can we get a shout out for Fua, please? Please. I only had a limited quantity. I think I had 100 Teeny ribbons, and they were gone pretty quickly. So I'm glad that people like them. How hungry. But yeah. That was my badge. Not as decked out as it was last year. These are a lot of different like paper goods and stickers and stuff that I got. This one was a gift from Dreamy. It's just like a little teacup with a duck. This was one of the Teeny merch that was available at Amore's booth, and it's a peeker sticker, and it's like it's one of those ones that you put it on this way and then you peel it off. Like it has a two-sided situation. Anyway, Amore has been carrying these since last year. So they're still my like tanuki version, but I love them very much. And every year Amore like hands me a stack. So I gave out a couple of these. I love Amore. Amore is so kind. And then I bought the Hajime feet one. I ran into Allie. I ran into Allie Co. And these were her stickers, which were really cute. Little bakery ones. Very sweet with her little mascot. Some of these stickers were like stickers that I got from other creators. For example, who's that? Who the hell's that? Namimi was very kind and lovely. It was really, really nice meeting her. House spotted. I asked Namimi, she like came up to my booth. Well, okay. So the first time Namimi came up to my booth, she like just stood there and like narrowed her eyes at me and I didn't know who she was. So she was just standing there staring at me. And I was like, hi? And then she opened her mouth and she was like, it's Mimi. And I was like, oh my God. She's very silly. And then I asked her, she came around again later, and I asked her if she wanted to take one of those like VTuber like selfies with the phones. And she was like, "Oh my God, I've never done one of these before." And I was like, "Oh my God, first ever collab, first ever VTuber selfie. You love me." um, and then I hugged her and I squished my face into hers and I rubbed it all around until I smelled like mouse. Big Namimi fan. House, my beloved. Hello, Offkai Teeny. I went on a walk during starting Soon Screen. How was your walk? How was your walk? These were some of the stickers that were gifted to me. Biscotti Hort. Another Biscotti Hort. A Gigi Mudin. A Tofi. Tofi stopped by the booth too. Big Tofi love. This was from a creator that I can't remember their name now. But they had, do I have more actually? I think I have more stickers from them. I'm just not sure where. Anyway, this one, so cute. For those of you who are in the Discord who have seen the emotes of Teeny, that's like the Teeny getting shot and like the sleepy one and stuff. That is by artist Telling Bone, which is formerly known as Eel Soup. These stickers were by them, so I made a point of going to pick those up because I love this artist. It's nice seeing you at the whole VIVARIA gang at Offkai. Nixie is still. Wait, what? Nixie is still at a friend's house in Cali while I wait for them to ship her. Oh, the foam core. I was like, huh? I was so confused for a moment. Hi, Renee. Welcome in. I was really confused momentarily. I was like, Nixie in California, real? Hi, Renee. Hi, Renee. Hi, Renee. I should join the Discord? Yeah, you should. It's just discord.gg/teeny. These were from Aki, who is one of Dreamy's mods. And then Lucid Multimedia gave me some stickers too. And I saw Umemi as well. Bless Hot Pot, so real and true. It was so good. Dude, the people that were sitting at the table behind us, so on our last night there, we went for Hot Pot and it was like a revolving Hot Pot. So it had like the conveyor belts. It was like conveyor belt sushi, but Hot Pot. And the fucking bitches behind us at the table behind us. They kept stealing all the enoki mushrooms. It was fucked up. It was evil. Next to experiencing FedEx. The folks behind y'all were taking the enokis. Yeah, all of them. I was exploding them with my mind, which is the same as horse kicking them in the head. As you should. I ran into Yumemi, who's a lovely, lovely friend of mine, and she performed in the Offkai, like the big Offkai concert this year. And I'm so proud of her. Performing with Nerissa Ravencroft and Kizuna Ai goes freaking crazy. I'm so proud of her. She has worked so hard over the last couple of years. Huge Yumemi fan. Discord.gg/teeny? It should work. I'm gonna double check. She's so slay. I popped off so hard and I wasn't even there. Love. You made me love. I'm just gonna double check the link to the Discord. Custom invite link. Oh no! You know why it's not working? Because we're no longer level 3. We're at 7 out of 14 boosts. Damn, that sucks. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna put another link in the YouTube stream. I wonder if that has to do with like enabling the like server tags and the like custom like name stuff. Like I wonder if it just like uses them up or something. I don't know how that works. They pull from your server boost. Damn. That's fucked up. Okay. Here's a link. Here's a link. I'll throw it in the Twitch chat too for anyone who might not be in the Discord who wants to join right at this moment. 3 each, so if you did it both, it took 6 boosts. Damn. That's crazy. Well, now I know. Okay, there's a link if you'd like to join the Discord. I'll figure out the custom link stuff later. we'll figure it out later. Oh, Misha, thank you for boosting the server. Thank you. Hi, Runes. Thank you for the welcome home. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, we'll figure it out later. It's okay. Crazy bananas. I was forgetting about the check-in. So valid. We both have Canada Dry on our desks, as God intended. Okay. I got these stickers of Mako and BB. Big love. From Newsy. Oh. From Newsy. I purchased some stickers. Mayar. Sugi. Namimi. Midmai. My friends. And, while we were walking around, saw the Perforor, talents walking around on the little iPads, and their handler were handing out like stickers and stuff. So I got this little postcard that has all of them on it. Dolly, Dolly Doppel, Dolly Doppel, Dolly Doppel, Dolly Doppel, and Pee-Pee. My lovely friends. I don't know the other two girls in Perforor very well, but I would like to. What did Dandy do while you were at Offkai? Play Mario Kart. Play Mario Kart. This postcard. Barry. I met Barry. Miss Bowie Bug was walking around. Outline of my thumb, but large. She's so silly. Silly creature. Yesum came up to my booth while I was not there and left that, which I think is really funny. And then I have a handful of like duplicate stickers as well. But classic Yesum. I got these from Sky. My lovely friend Sky. And then Ophi sat behind my booth for like a while and was cutting out these stickers. So I have a bunch of these left over. This one that says being Magica is suffering. It's dreamy. And then this one of Nexie. and then this one of me that says how hungry. So I have a lot of those. And then postcards. I got from Hodusei, my beloved. Of my wife! And my non-binary fucking thing. And SB. And Umi. And Midbye. And Maya. My Bisco print. Printout's leg is kind of fucked up. I might need to put her down again. Oh no. Green creature. Green creature. So I'm excited to tell you about this, I don't know, story. I guess it's a story. So we were in Hans is back. I'm back. So we were in the industry hall. And the industry hall is like, it's an exhibitor's hall that's different from Artist Alley. That's where a lot of the corpos and like sponsors and companies all set up, right? And so in the morning, when we would set up our booth, I had access to the Brave Group booth before anyone else. And so there was one morning that I was like, I'm gonna go buy everything. I'm gonna go buy everything. And so I had all the money like set aside. Like I knew that I was gonna be spending like $200. I knew I was gonna be spending like $200 on V4 Mirai merch. So I ran over there to go spend my money before the hall opened. And I was like, okay, these are all the things that I want as I was listing it off. So I got a Yai Checky, a Maria Checky, a Mono Checky with holder. I got a Maria button. I got, wait, I have to dig around in my bag. Hold on. I got another Maria button, a Mono button, a Mono button, a Mono button. There's another one. Wait. Where is it? A Rem button. And then and then and, and then I got Mono's old outfit, Mono's new outfit, Yai's old outfit, Yai's new outfit, Maria's old outfit, Maria's new outfit. And then a Yumi and a Nova. And so so this was before the hall opened. And so I was like, okay, I'm ready to pay. It was like almost like $200, right? And I was like, yeah, I have cash. This is what obsession looks like. Dare I say my friends? Question mark. My oomfies? Obsessed with them. And so I was like, yes, I have cash. I have lots of cash. I'm ready to pay. And they were like, oh, we don't have the cash box, but we do have the like, you know, the machine. And so I was like, oh no. And so I ran back to the booth and I was like, Sphinx, I need your credit card. They can't take cash right now. And so I just took Sphinx's credit card and ran away. And I haven't paid him back yet. Hi, Izumi. Thank you for your hard work at the VIVARIA booth at Offkai. I wasn't able to attend your meet and greet, but I hope you had fun. Thank you for coming to see me. And you never gave it back, right? Wouldn't it be funny if I just took Sphinx's credit card? He didn't even say, here, take this, give me your card. Didn't tell me what it was for or why. Teeny just ran up and demanded my credit card and then ran away. Because it was also like 3 minutes before the hall like opened. So I wanted to like be done so that I wouldn't be bothering the Brave booth while they were trying to like finish their setup, right? So anyway, lucky slime alive. Anyway. Dinner for Sky's birthday was fun. I was dying laughing at the other table. True and real. Can't believe I didn't go to Teeny's meet and greet. How dare you? How dare you? It's okay. It's all good. You're one crazy talking horse. So anyway, now I have to find room for all these. So wish me luck. That was like the bulk of the standees that I bought. But I also bought this one, which I still have to peel the plastic off of. yōkai. And another one. VTuber merch on every inch of your walls and ceilings. That's the plan. And I bought Rena's standee. I bought Rena's standee, and the SVP staff came up to my table, and they were like, "We're shopping for Rena. She wants a teeny standee," and I was like, "Oh, Starts crying. Starts sobbing. Okay. There's more. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, guys. There's more. Aerodozer has a Grem Tamagotchi game. And turned it into a little thing. And a like business card version with a QR code on the back so that you can scan it and play it at any time, which is super cute. Oh, I got the yōkai like jet tag. Yup. Daddy's home. Am I daddy in this scenario? Hi, Tyler. Hi. Can we call you that? I guess so. I have a couple more little buttons. I love the Tabemono photo card holder. I know, so cute. Hi, Cato. Hi, Cato. Oh my god, speaking of Cato. So I was in a concert this weekend, right, you guys? Right? I was in the Catnaps mini live at the Lucid Multimedia booth. That was called Virtual Reflection. And I sang Diamond City Lights with Bear and Cato. I was a Weewa. And Bear was Finarnar. Which leaves Cato to be the one and only Pomu Rainpoof. The mini live was so good. Cato my goat. For real. Teeny makes me call him daddy. And my favorite part of the whole concert was that Umi was taking videos of my part of the live, pictures and videos of me, and sending it to me, and being like, look, horse, haunts, heart emoji. And she was like sitting on the floor and I was standing directly behind her. So she was like, look, it's you, look, it's you. And I was like, bitch, I am reading over your shoulder. She like didn't know that I was there. It was funny. But the song that I sang, we slayed too hard to just let it exist at only Offkai. So, me and Kato are gonna cook, okay? We're gonna turn it into a full cover. Right, Kato? Right, Catnaps VT? I think we cooked. I'm not gonna lie. And then after the concert, Umi Kato showed off the video a bit on stream last night. It was so cool. Umi handed me a letter that was from Kato. That was like the nicest letter in the world, and I cried. And inside was a little Kato keychain. I love VTuber catnaps. Ooh, crying. Real. I was gifted this biscotti button as well. And then so there was a room party that was called the I think it's called Linked Realities room party, where I had a drink that was themed after me that was called the Horsito. That I actually didn't even get to try because it was sold out. So that's kind of funny. But I'm glad that everybody liked the Horsito. I got to shoot people. It was a shoot and greet. It was a shoot and greet with a Nerf gun. We replaced the sugar water with sugar cubes day 2 to make it more horse-like. Wow. That's awesome. But I got to shoot people and the shoot and greet was so silly. It was silly. And every person that came up, I was like, hi, I'm Teeny. I'm a VTuber. Would you like to get shot? And like almost everybody was like, hell yeah. And then I would ask them to either beg for their life or if they had any final remarks. Azimath, I told him to give me his most dramatic rendition of death. So. So yeah, that was the shoot and greet. And then you got a freebie. So these were the little teeny freebies. And then this was from one of the meet and greets at that room party that I didn't get to go to. But this is the Picky Channel button. I took 2. I took 2! And then the last button that I got was this biscotti horse. Oh, I guess technically I also got this button. Umi handed me this little care package that has her business cards and her ribbons. And also the little naked baby Umi Nusi charm. Okay. And now we're in acrylic charm mode. When will Teeny shoot me with a gun? When I'm outside your door at 5 o'clock in the morning and I tell you to hand over all your ginger ale or else. Um, Gigi. 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 Bisco. Justice. Namimi. Bisco. Mono. Soul. Hampone. And Teeny. That's me. Me real. And then I saw Alpa walking around, and Alpa gave me a little Alpa keychain. And then I got a Mon. Daria Fortuna. Gamble Horse Real. Gamble Horse Real. And... oh... Namimi gave me this little care package. It said Teeny on it. Namimi gave me this little creature. This little dormy. Except it wasn't gotcha. I need to see what ribbon you got too. This one. This one, like, so she was drawing faces on them to make them look like whatever you asked. And when because I sent her a message and I was like, I want one. And she was like, okay, what kind of face do you want on it? And I was like, I want one that looks like you. And so this was what she made. Thank you, Mouse Girl. Thank you, Mouse Girl. And then I have lots of, like, ribbons and business cards. I don't really feel the need to, like, go through all those with you guys, because that's more so just for me. The Oshi Push people came up to, like, network with me. Oh, yeah, I don't know how to show this in frame. I was also just gifted the Petalite, it's so huge, Petalite bag. It's large. So I was gifted that. And then the Oshi Push people came up to network with me and they just handed me like 2 decks of Oshi Push cards. As well as I was just handed a whole booster box of the Rift Runners TCG. So we'll do a TCG unboxing at some point. And then, okay, this is important, so I'm going to move all this stuff away. Oh, I still have a little bit of prints to show you. I'm going to move all my acrylic standees. Ginger ale jump scare. It's been there the whole time. What do you mean? Okay. Okay. Move this stuff a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. This is probably the most insane fan art gift I've ever received. Ever. Asmath commissioned an artist to draw a teeny and then laser cut it out of metal with intentions of using it as a like toast, like to toast the pattern into the toast. And then toast brandisher, yeah. And then he like welded it to a handle, I guess. And so now it looks like a spatula. While we were in the airport, though, I couldn't remember what a spatula was called. And I said, SpongeBob apparatus. And Sphinx was like, a spatula? Anyway, here it is. Here's the like, okay, the handle. And then here's the... I'm gonna see if I can put it just on the wood so that you guys can see the design. Isn't that crazy? Question, is it usable? I would not want to use it. I will probably just put it somewhere safe. But it's really crazy. I'm more surprised that they knew what a SpongeBob apparatus is. Every person that came up to the booth, I was like, I'm SpongeBob, and would like hold it up. I'm SpongeBob. You should try it once. I'm scared. It's pretty cool. It's pretty damn cool. You kind of have SpongeBob shorts. I kind of do. And then because Azamat didn't want the art to just be used for that one thing. Next tattoo is a teeny brand. Oh god. Because Azamat didn't want to just use the art for that one thing, he made these like... I don't know if I can show you guys. But it has the design on it. And then if you hold it up to the light, you can like see it through. I don't know how to show it on camera. How hungry. But it's like 3D printed. Very cool. It says Izumi on the bottom. It's very, very cool. Shine a flashlight behind it. True and real. You guys are so smart. Okay. Isn't that crazy? Very cool. Thank you, Asmath. And then Asmath was giving them out to like the teeny dachis at the con. So very, very, very cool. Very, 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 very cool. And then, I got some prints. They're going to be kind of hard to show, so I might just post a picture in the Discord. Yeah, they're gonna be kind of difficult to show. Because I only have such a small space to work with. But I got the Daya birthday print. And this one is the Gigi prints from Hinny. And then the teeny print. Wow, that Collie drew. And then another DG print. So, yeah. And then, this one was a Shikishi board commission. And I try to usually get like one art piece commissioned every time I go to a con. And Sphinx gifted this one to me. And it goes crazy. It's like huge. It's so beautiful. They did such an amazing job. TB. I had a little Shikishi board that I wanted people to sign, but I just got so busy that it kind of got forgotten about. But I did get some signatures from my friends. Prowler and Clover and Midas and Yumemi and Sky and Orla and Umi and Dreamy and Nani Wazuni and Rain and Mayhem. One of these is not like the others. And horse. And then, okay, this is like the thing that I'm like the most excited to talk about. So, as you guys know, VIVARIA, or if you don't know, VIVARIA Virtual has a partnership with Acapella Media. Acapella Media. Yippee! Acapella Media is a VTuber news company that creates digital news about the VTuber community. And a lot of their news, it's like a little bit of corpo VTubers, a little bit of indie VTubers. But the biggest thing that they try to do is showcase all the positive things that are happening in the community. So they don't deal with like any drama or even graduations or like rumored things or whatever. Like it's all just like the positive events and stuff that are happening in the community. And so this Offkai, they decided to do a physical edition that was free for anyone to grab. And they put me on the cover. And I'm not gonna lie, when I saw it, I almost cried. I feel so like blessed to be like representing VIVARIA as a whole, but also a lot of indie VTubers. So yeah. And next to so many beautiful women. Goes crazy. Where were they handing these out? I got mine from the business card table. Oshi is a VTuber merch company that carries merch for indies and companies and all kinds of people. And so they were the ones who had printed the physical edition for Acapella Media because Acapella did not have their own booth, basically. So it was at the Acapella, or it was at the VOshi booth. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. Teeny made it on the cover. I made it on the cover. Yeah, so it was amazing. And acapella is just like so lovely and so kind, and their team is amazing. Um, and not only was I on the cover, but VIVARIA has an entire spread. And the article was also written by Nexi, as you can see here. So, I'm very grateful. I'm very, very, very grateful. I brought home a couple so that I could have them, and all of the VIVARIA girls got one. And I sent one to Nexi. So, yeah. I think, I'm not sure if they will have it posted. I'm not sure if they have posted it as like a digital version yet. But, yeah. Do you want me to read it to you guys? I guess I could, if you want. ASMR reading of Nexi's article. Speech, speech, speech. Story time. Story time. Okay. I'll let you stare at the cover while I read a different one, because I have a couple copies. The article's not very long. It's not very long. Okay. The article is titled VIVARIA, Professionalism in a Digital Wonderland. What does the streaming landscape look like for corporate-facing VTubers in 2025? Can independent VTubers strive for the same level of sleek professionalism and extravagantly planned events in the same way that corporate talent agencies do? These were just a couple of questions Izumi Teeny asked themselves when pulling together a group of friends, altering their current streaming careers in the pursuit of greater opportunities. Along with Clover and Ari, Dreamy Tude, and Nexi Glarworm, VIVARIA Virtual aims to lift each other up amongst the very diverse sea of talented streamers. The VTubing community can be lonely at times, with many longing to create memories in the same way generations and waves of popular corporate agencies do. Each of the 4 members of VIVARIA Virtual have exciting dreams, and now they have camaraderie. Often enough, they are pulling each other into their individual plans and events, now unbarred by the anxiety of approaching other busy streamers. They give me the confidence to step outside my comfort zone, Dreamy remarked, having planned a concert with 35 plus VTubers for her newest outfit debut. On the busiest days, they can be found in a call together, diligently working on their projects and asking for opinions. But in their lazier moments, they might send a quick "love you guys." The encouragement and pride I feel when sharing my fears and excitement in a comfortable space is irreplaceable, said Nexi warmly. It's very inspiring to see a group like this come together. In fact, creating your own corporate-style group is very achievable if you dig your feet in and send the right emails, something Teeny is all too familiar with. The marketing involved when setting up a corporate-facing group is very important. It means having brand kits and past experiences compiled so that they are readily available. Keeping fans and other VTubers engaged with the group is a priority, but an afterthought when the main objective is just to have fun. Sharing that fun comes in the form of opening their private Minecraft server to other VTubers of all sizes. VIVARIA SMP is a comfy forever server designed to interlace with the social aspects of VTuber interactions with a game that most streamers are chomping at the bit to play together. VIVARIA Virtual's roadmap for 2025 is filled to the brim with convention appearances such as Offkai and Animathon, where they hope to expand their reach to new, eager fans. Viva la Aria! Let's cheer them on. I'm trying to be very normal. I'm trying to be very normal. It was really nice to to spend time with my group. And I miss them a lot already. And it was it was very stressful, like 6 months prepping for Offkai. So I'm so happy that we did it, but I'm happy it's over because it was like a lot of work. After after the con ended, I just like ugly cried because I was like, it's like I did it. I did it. I ran the booth like not by myself, but for the most part, I did all of the prep and I was there the most hours of anybody else. And on top of that, also did a concert and also like ran all the social media accounts while we were there. And it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work. You know, a lot of companies, they have staff and marketing people and social media managers and you know all these people that are running like a well-oiled machine, but you know we're just guys. We're just guys and we're doing it on our own. And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So I'm glad it turned out well with like minimal hiccups and that it was relatively successful. I honestly haven't even looked at the final number of like how much money we made. I'm like scared. I'm scared to look. You did like 99% of everything and you did such an amazing job. Thank you guys. Yeah, I am just a guy. But we did it. We cooked it. We slayed it. We freaking did it. And I still somehow had time to have dinners and see friends, and it was crazy. This was the con book that came with the like convention this year, and I kept it because in the back, ta-da! Yippee! We were really truly proper sponsors of Offkai Expo this year. Which is crazy. We freaking did that thing. We freaking did that thing. So yeah. Pretty much that's my haul. Lots of silly moments this weekend. Lots of silly moments this weekend. My favorite was actually right before we left for the con. Right before we left. I was sitting in a call with Jean, and Jean was like, "Do you know Bob?" And I was like, "What?" And they were like, "Bob Burger?" And I was like, "Bob Belcher of Bob's Burgers?" And they were like, "Yeah, they're in Fortnite." There's like a American Dads or Cartoon Dads collab going on in Fortnite right now for Father's Day or whatever. Anyway, the way that they said it was just so funny. Do you know Bob? And so when we got to the con area, you know, it's in the Bay Area, and one of the public transit systems that they have there is the Bay Area Rapid Transit. And so and so um every time I saw like a train or a bus or literally anything, I would point at it and go, "Is that Bart? Is that Bart? Do you know Bart?" And it continued to like devolve throughout the weekend. Yeah, and then it became Bart Burger. And then at one point, Sphinx was like, said Mickey Mouse question mark, but in the same intonation that we'd been saying the is that Bart like all weekend. So that was Bart Mouse. And it was like trying to explain it now feels like it's not very funny, but it was the vocal stim of the it was the teeny vocal stim of the weekend was is that Bart? Do you know Bart? Locked in for Bart. Bart Burger? Bart Mouse? Clover's vocal stim of the weekend was, do you have a Band-Aid? The first day that they arrived, they wore these compression socks to try to help them on the plane. And the compression socks gave them like a blister. And so every, like almost every day, Clover was like, do you have a Band-Aid? It was unfortunate that they were in pain, but it was funny that every time we saw them, they were like, do you have a Band-Aid? Bart mentioned I live in California. Oh my God, do you know Bart? Did you get to visit anything outside of the con? No, I didn't. I was there purely for Offkai. I Offkai'd and then I left. Pretty much. Yeah. They compressed too much. They did. They did. They did. But yeah, that's it. I also bought a Gigi happy a happy coat from Hyuni, and actually it was it was before the happies weren't available to purchase like at the time that I went over to ask about it because Hyuni only had like two or something like that. And I was like, Hyuni, do you have the Gigi happy? And Hyuni was like, I have a small one. Do you want it? I yoinked it. Oomphy moment. Crazy socks. They were crazy. Next time you should visit the Valley Fair Mall, best mall in this area. Oh, I can believe it. Met a lot of cool VTubers you have not heard of. Not really. Not really. Because I'm gonna be so honest. Uh, how do I say this? I've been a streamer for coming up on 5 years now, and a VTuber for 4. Um, and I'm so chronically online that I just know most people. I just know a lot of the VTubers. So it's really rare that I stumble across a VTuber that I don't know, that I haven't spoken to, or that who knows someone that I know. You know what I mean? Your web gets really big the longer you're in the space, you know? Um, yeah. So yeah. Welcome back. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I'm happy to be home. I am very happy to be home. I am pretty tired. I'm pretty damn tired. Am I back? Are we back? Okay, sorry. I don't know what's been going on with my OBS lately. Every once in a while it will just disconnect and I don't know why. No, it's not you guys, it's me. My OBS just disconnects. I wonder if it's the server that it's trying to connect me to. I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you. How much was it to get to the Bay Area? Well, I'm from Canada. So I think my round trip flights was like $400 or $500. I think. Yerp. I traveled. I did that dang thing. Oh my God. And the day that we left, holy, I have to tell you guys this. The day that we left, I had to like send a bunch of stuff back to like different people. I had to send some stuff. Like the rest of the merch went to Dreamy because Dreamy's going to deal with the online store stuff. So that you guys don't have to, if you want to buy things online, you don't have to pay tariffs. Um, and then I had to send like some of the signage back to myself. As well as send some things to Nexi. Um and the person in front of me, we went to the UPS store, and the person in front of me basically was sending, they were in Artist Alley, and all of the like cubes that you use for Artist Alley tabling and stuff, they basically bought them all on Amazon, and then they were packing them up into the boxes, and they were like, basically, how do I explain this? Person pulled up to the UPS counter, had 2 suitcases, and was like, "Hi, I need to make some Amazon returns." And the UPS guy was like, "Okay." She like opens her suitcases and pulls out basically an entire Artist Alley's display of stuff to like ship back to Amazon to return. It was crazy. It was so huge brain. I was like, this is just an entire display for free, basically. I don't even know how many boxes it was, but she ended up buying another box and then like compiling all of the small boxes into the larger box to send away. That's some min-maxing for real. It was crazy. It was incredible and wild. Yeah, to witness directly in front of us. Can't have expenses if no expenses. I'm curious if you happen to meet one of my VTuber friends at Offkai. Oh, who was it? I can tell you. Maybe. Why was Bart mentioned in Offkai even though Bart doesn't go through downtown San Jose? Because Bart was sponsoring Offkai because they have anime mascots. So they're trying to appeal to the anime enjoyers. Bart had a collab with Doobie. True. Also that. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Oh, I don't think I would have met your friend. No, I don't think so. But I was also stuck at the table the whole time. So if they didn't introduce themselves at the table, then there's a good chance that I wouldn't have known who they were. Because I also didn't get to walk around very much. This sentence is incomprehensible without context. Bart had a collab with Doobie. It's also the main transit to get through most of the bay. Yeah, and so that's why, yeah. So, Offkai used to be in San Francisco, like closer to SFO, as opposed to in San Jose. So I don't know, maybe Bart was closer at the time. Do you know Bart? Do you know, is that Bart? Do you know Bart? I'm glad it was in San Jose this year. I like the new area. I'm going to be honest. I like the new area. However, how do I say this? This year, Offkai felt different. It felt more like an anime con and less like a cozy party con. Does that make sense? The venue that it used to be in was like this hotel that had like the atrium in the middle. And everything was really close quarters. And so you ran into people constantly, all the time, constantly running into people. At this con, it felt like it was so easy to miss people and lose people and like not be able to properly see them because it was so spaced out because the venue was so huge. It was just different. It's just different. Don't call San Francisco San Fran. It triggers me. I was calling it San Fran, but I think I have an excuse because I'm Canadian. So I don't know. If the venue ain't at the hotel, it's like an anime con. It was just different. It was just different. It was still fun. And it was still good. It was just different than before. VTubers are also growing more and more. This is very true. Hi, Mika. Thank you. I hope you are also. Really did become how hard it is to run into people. Yeah, it really was. So, like, I mean, it got to the point where, like, on the last day, I sent messages to, like, all my oomfies. You know, all my oomfies at OomfiCon, at Oomfkai. Sent all my friends a message and was like, I'm going to be at the booth. Please come see me. This is where my booth is so that they would know where to find me. And I didn't get to see a lot of people until the very last day. Outside of the industry booths, Artisalia legit almost didn't run into people. Yeah. Yeah, it was just different, but still good. Still good. And I had lots of fun. And I'm really proud of myself. I worked really hard. Yeah. So, yeah. The plan is we will put up leftover stock. I think there's like 10, at minimum 10 of each person left. So we will put bundles up on the fourth wall shop for the VIVARIA merch at a certain point, but it might take us a little bit to get around to doing that because we got to lock in on some other projects that we have going. So the merch might sit at Dreamy's house for a little bit until we can figure it out. Until we can figure it out. Yeah. Should have gotten more standees. $1 million VIVARIA standees. 1 million VIVARIA standees. I had lots of fun. Now I need to eat. And now I need to put all the stuff away. So I might end stream here for now so that I can rest and eat lunch and get all the other things done that I need to get done. Because I have a collab later. Yup. Excuse me, waiter. I would like to order 1,000 horse acrylics. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the collab. Tonight I will be playing Power Wash Sim with Lazuli, Miss Lazuli Fish. We'll be playing the summer Power Wash DLC. So we'll be yapping a lot, and I get to be really annoying to her. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to point and laugh at her. Point and laugh positive slash in a loving way. It's gonna be very fun. With Lily, yeah! Okay. Well, do we want to raid someone? Who's live? Who's live right now? Nemi. I'm gonna send you to the mouse. Mouse time. Mouse. If you are watching on YouTube, I will not be rating this stream, so I will just end it. But if you feel so inclined, I would love if you could like and comment on the live stream. That would be really helpful to me. And I will see you guys in like 3 hours for collab. I missed you guys. Okay, bye. Oh yeah, Sutimi.